Welcome to another year of treat or terror. I'm Fox, any pronouns, and I want to take a look back on the beginning of horror cinema, when things were black and white, well-worn tropes in the modern day were just being established, and there was no audible talking. That's right, we're going on a journey through silent horror cinema. In those early days, films were short as hell. They could have easily fit under YouTube's original 10-minute video restrictions. The first one we're going to look at is a whopping 3 minutes and 37 seconds long. Le Manoir du Diable has several alternate names, in true horror movie fashion. The Devil's Manor, the House of the Devil, the Haunted Castle, and the Devil's Castle. It is a French production released in 1896 and directed by Georges Méliès, who was very important to the advancement of cinema, especially with his special effects, which are on display in this short. His history as a stage magician really helped out with that. The film opens with a bat flying into a castle and transforming into a man. Except the man is Mephistopheles, the devil himself, who conjures up a cauldron and then a woman from it. Then it disappears, and two fancy gentlemen, cavaliers, enter. The devil's assistant fucks with them, causing one to run off and leave his buddy behind. The guy acts tough, so Mephistopheles torments the poor bastard. I enjoyed the skeleton. Everything comes to a head when dude brings in religion and shifts the mood, making Mephistopheles disappear. This is fun. A modern audience might not find much of value here entertainment-wise, though historically it is important. It's considered the very first horror film, though it was made more to amuse the audience than horrify them. But hey, it was the early days. We'll get there. You probably noticed that the special effects really read as beginner YouTube editing, but considering Georges Méliès didn't have access to DaVinci Resolve, it's pretty impressive for the time. He wasn't afraid to experiment around with the new medium and see what he could achieve. It's really fascinating to watch Le Manoir du Diable and see how far cinema has come. I should also mention he did remake it a year later, titling it Le Château Hanté. That's right, this is the first horror movie and the first horror remake. It's much shorter, under a minute, and more of the same shenanigans. I prefer the original, though a lot of the splices are much smoother here. Also, I'd like to mention that for a very long time, this film was lost. We could not view it. Only one known copy exists, and it was found in a New Zealand junk shop sometime in the 30s or 40s. Then somehow made its way to New Zealand Film Archive, though it wasn't even identified until the 1980s. Apparently not the last time something like this happened. I wish I had more information about this, but everything I find just gives the same few details. Regardless, we are very lucky to have this pre-1900 short today. And that's all for the first Treat or Terror. Join me tomorrow for another walk down cinematic history lane. Thanks for joining my lucid screaming.